Hey, you guys, welcome to another fireside chat. Y'all, these fireside chats are freaking phenomenal. We've been doing these the last Friday of every month, and we've talked about Binnable, we've talked about automation, and this is actually part two of the automation chat fireside chat. But guys, we've actually seen you making progress. We've seen you going and implementing the things that have been talked about in these chats and seeing some success on your pages, on your storefront, in your conversion, and in your bank account where it matters, right? So I'm super excited about that. But with that being said, we are going to now implement where every fireside chat you're going to have a homework assignment. Yes, indeed. And I know it's not going to be like high school homework, it's not going to be like college homework, that part, but it is going to be a at least 1 to 3 action steps that you need to actually go ahead and do. So something
This
you
is
need to do
this is
that
making
part.
money homework.
There you go. That's right. That's it right there, Lane. This is making money homework. So we've seen you guys do it for Binnable. We want to see you do it for each of the platforms that we talk about and the apps that we talk about when it comes to the fireside chat. So can you guys agree to that in the chat? And if you're watching this via the replay, welcome to the replay. We appreciate you being here. Those in the chat, they always chat it up, y'all. It's if you haven't made it to a fireside chat, you need to show up. But the replay is always available in the group, and you can always ask questions and tag whoever was in that particular fireside chat to ask them questions directly as well. Listen, we got a lot going on. So let's let's talk about this
All
because
right, I have a couple of questions first. Let's start off
oh, yes,
here
yes, yes.
just so
Okay.
that we can judge where everyone is at and kind of what they need to be able to kick off some automation. So I believe I asked this like last week or the week before, but I'm curious to know who is publishing their videos to YouTube. Are you taking your Amazon videos and moving them over to YouTube? If you are, put like a one in the comment or just say yes or whatever. I see Robert, Deborah, Andrew, Robert, Sandy, Roxy. Okay, good. Y'all are all doing it. Eileen sometimes. Douglas, yes, a couple. Okay. Altovise 0.5. That's fine. That's fine. Hey, you got something there. That's what matters because that's what is going to be good for kicking this thing off. Um, all right, so it seems like a lot of you guys have something going for at least getting to YouTube. And that's where I started. And I kind of wanted to point out that before Amazon even started allowing all this stuff, I had dad reviews from 2017. So I had a long library of content that I could easily, or not easily, but I could get up to Amazon, but it gave me a back catalog once I discovered all these automation tools to be able to uh, repurpose those and utilize all those pieces of content uh, to getting them out onto social. So the second thing that I have, the question that I have for y'all is, okay, you're going to YouTube. Who else is posting everywhere else? And whenever I say everywhere else, it could be either one or more of any of these: Facebook, Twitter, X, Instagram, Snapchat, Threads, Blue Sky. What am I missing? I mean, there's a bunch of them out there. So I'm curious to know how many of you guys are posting to all of those places. Put a zero if you do just one or two, or no, put the number that of platforms that you're doing. Not that many. Zero. Some of them. Pinterest 2, 5, nice. About 3, okay. 5, nice. Some Insta, some TikTok, okay, good. Ooh, 7, carry, nice. I love it. 5, 5, okay, good. So it sounds like some of you guys are either taking a lot of time to be able to get that content up there, or I see Carrie, or you've implemented some kind of automation into your systems. And so you have to ask yourself what your time is worth, because you're either going to pay for automations and save time, or you're going to use your time to be able to get the stuff up there, right? Does that make sense? So you kind of have like two, the what's that Robert Frost poem about the two lines in the road and you go the one left, kind of the same idea there. So my question is for all of you guys who are putting it up onto other social platforms, how long is that taking you? Because we have to judge what our time is worth. Because if you're spending an hour uploading to all these other social platforms, could you be using that time to do something more profitable? I think the more profitable thing is uploading to Amazon because Amazon is where the majority of us make our money right now. And then the automation stuff is kind of like an extra. It's like the sawdust that you can pick up and package up and make pretty and sell that to someone else. I've got a friend who's in a crating business, but every now and again they have to tear down their crates and they run it through a machine that like shreds it up. And he realized, wait a minute, we can take this sawdust and we can sell it out to someone else who will buy it, mainly horse farm, people who own horses. They use it in their stalls, right? So, and Gary Vaynerchuk has made that analogy before of taking the sawdust and finding a way to use it some other way. And so my sawdust is all of the additional social media, blog outreach stuff that we can use out there. We can take that and we can sell it to many different places, honestly. I wanted to share this with you guys. So on Facebook, I don't know how you get into the program. I don't know how I got into the program, but they have a content monetization program that somehow you can get in and turn on. It's not a lot, but the past month, I think I made like $5 to $10 off of it. That's 1/3 of the cost to be able to run some automations, and Facebook is paying for it. That's the way I look at it. And then I have those automations set up so that whenever I reach out to companies, I can be like, hey, I'm posting on Instagram, I'm posting onto Amazon, and I'll post to YouTube, of course. That's what most people are doing, I believe. But I'm also going to post to Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Threads, Blue Sky, all these other places. And they're like, whoa, 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 you're going to do all that for us? Well, shoot, let me give you more money. What do I do with that more money? That's going to go into the automations, right? Like I'm paying for the automation and I have stuff left over. I think I kind of mentioned this last week or the week before about the whole Oink extension. Like that's a tool. It's like a hammer. And if I'm a carpenter, I want a hammer so that I can make money by selling a cabinet. With Oink, it's a tool. I click a button, it's going to make me more money, more than the tool costs. And it's the cabinet that I'm selling to the other people, right? Like that just makes more sense to me. You have to think of these tools and you have to figure out which one is the best one for you. Which tool is going to work for you based on how many videos do you have? How large is your audience? Are these brands that are reaching out to you, are they reaching out to you, first of all? Two, can you negotiate with them to get, shoot, if you got, I'm doing some math in my head, $5 more on a brand deal, and you're doing, shoot, let's just say 5 brand deals, that's an additional $25 a month. That could easily pay for a whole month's worth of automation. And depending on how much you're putting out there, you're getting more and more out there so that people can see you more. So, how do you set this up? We're doing homework today. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it in-class homework right now. Y'all ready? Emmy, I might need some screen sharing. I think that's how I do it. I should just be able to say your name and then you allow screen sharing. I think it's available, maybe. Let me minimize that. Let me pull up. We're gonna go. If I can get the right one. Come on. Share. Here we go. And I gotta find the right one. I think it's this one. Yeah, share. All right, so repurpose is what I want to talk about today because this thing is a powerhouse for you. It does have some, little bugs here and there. I run across them all the time, but it is It is the cheapest way that I've found so far to be able to get your content in the most amount of places. I'm going to share this with you guys too. Okay, so so much to say and I don't know where to go. So I listened to the last automation call, the last fireside two times, maybe three times. I can't remember exactly, but I watched it yesterday just to brush up on it. And I wanted to talk about how couple of things. One, with automation, the question came up of does automation hinder your reach in the API, using APIs and on the social platforms? And my answer to that is truthfully, I don't know. I don't know if it hinders me or not. But I can say that ever since I implement, in particular Facebook, for some reason, I guess I notice it more, maybe because I'm on there more. But with Facebook, I have all kinds of automations going out to there all the time. And I don't know how often, but I see people coming back to old videos and either commenting on it, liking it, sharing it in some capacity. Brands find it on there. And so even though I have the automation set up and maybe or maybe not, it might be getting reach, I don't know. It's reaching somebody because I see that interaction with it. But also, even if I got less reach from that post, but I'm able to show a brand that I can get their content up onto that platform, that could potentially be more powerful than the little bit of affiliate commission that I might get off of that particular social site. Because if I can say to the brand, hey, I'm going to plaster this on 8 different social sites and I'm charging, I don't know, $20 more than what the average person's charging, $50 more than what the average person's charging, depending on, how what you can negotiate with that brand, and you do 5 of those a month or 10 of those a month, I mean, do the math. $250 to $500 more if you can get 10 brands. So you kind of have to weigh your options of what you want to do. An interesting test, I have not done this. Interesting test would be set up 2 Facebook groups or pages. Have one automated, have the other one not automated, and see what happens there, right? I don't know. I've never run that test. Just like this just came across my brain as I was talking. But going back, things that I wanted to share with you guys is that with automation, and hold on, with automation, they do have their downsides to them because I ran across this on my YouTube channels, which some I automate, some I don't. So I've got obviously the DadReviews YouTube channel right here. A lot of these posts are simply put up through an API. And so whenever you do that, if you click on the little edit button right here and you go to languages, I ran this through an automation right here to be able to translate my titles and descriptions into a bunch of different languages. If you don't run it through an automation, I got to find it now. I had it up. This one right here. So this one right here, I uploaded natively myself. And that's because YouTube has a new feature where whenever you click on languages, it can auto dub your videos for you. And that's what this column is right here. It does it into about, I don't know, 10 or so different languages right here. And so through the automation that I have set up for YouTube, I'm hindering myself by not having those dubs done because YouTube doesn't, whenever you upload through an API, it doesn't allow that. Actually, I tested it out this morning because I usually use, what do I use? Automation, Zapier right now to get my some of my videos up. But whenever I want to do something that's not, this is manually done, this happens. And I was like, oh, that's really interesting. And then I tested it out again. There's another social sharing site called Metricool. And Metricool did the same thing as what Zapier did. So to you guys who are uploading to YouTube manually, you actually have a leg up if you have this enabled. You have to know how to run the back end of your YouTube channel to be able to find, which I'm showing you guys right now. Click on that languages tab to see if you have access to this auto dubbing feature. So that could be, and that's where GeniusLinks come into play. So I have this my webs on the back of my website just for you guys. This is all the affiliate links that I have for all the tools that I use. And Genius Links is on there because of this. There's a Genius Link in all of my, well, because I translate all my titles and descriptions into different languages. But if you set up Genius Links and you go through and you have all those back end Amazon links set up on your affiliate side, here, look, I have no clue if there's any information on here that's that I should not be sharing, but I'm gonna do it anyway. You go up into this affiliate tab right here, and you throw in all of your tracking IDs for all of these countries. Then using, since y'all are most, I'm assuming most of you guys are manually uploading to YouTube. Hopefully, you're getting auto dubbed. That's getting dubbed into all of these different languages. They click that Genius link, and because they watched in Portuguese, they're going to be taken to the Brazil Amazon, and they're going to want to hopefully make a purchase with you guys. Or they watched in German, and so they're going to click on the Genius link, and it's going to take them to the Germany portal, the Germany Amazon website, right? So you just have to set it up. That's what I love about Genius Links. And the thing with Genius Links too is that if you go over into the tools section right here, they have this YouTube optimizer. If you reach out to the team and say, hey, I have a bunch of amz.to links on my YouTube channel. Can y'all transfer all those over to Genius Links for me automatically? They're going to tell you, yes, we would love to do that because they want your business. But they're going to make you more money if you have a large catalog of content that's already up there. And so that is an easy play that you guys can do with Genius Links right there. And that's why I love what YouTube's building out right here with these auto dubs and with Genius Links, because YouTube has completely automated that for you if you upload natively to YouTube. And that's why I've been testing this out. I'm praying that they open this up to someone with an API, because the reason why I still use the API and automation to be able to do this, even though it hinders me that I don't have the audio, is because I have such a large catalog of content that needs to go out. Because I also use YouTube for their copyright tool. I want to be able to, if somebody uploads to YouTube, I want it to be able to catch that so that I can send out that claim or contact that brand to be able to get that taken care of. So there's many reasons to be able to utilize YouTube for that. So I go back to this. If you're using YouTube and you haven't automated it yet, which that is hard to do, you should still do it manually for this reason right here. And to prove another point to you guys, I have another channel called Writing Elevators with Lane. It's a kind of a passion project type of thing. But this channel is not automated. I upload every single video to this channel right here. The reason for that is because, yes, I have a back catalog of it, but it's a forward facing catalog and not a backward facing catalog. So with this one, I have videos scheduled out all the way till April 4th of 2027. This is 2 videos every single week. The reason for this channel in particular, the reason why I want to do the manual upload is because I need these videos right here to have all of the, it doesn't have it because it's not up there yet, to have all the translation stuff on them, because I don't speak in the videos. A lot of these videos, it's just me riding the elevator. And as you can see, they're just numbered there. And so a lot of people who watch this type of content, I know because I've done some research, are in other countries. And so I'm pointing this out because I want to show you guys that I use automation on one channel, but then on this channel, I do not use the automation. But it still goes through automated processes later on. And that's where repurpose comes into play. So I was literally planning on walking through repurpose with you guys So if you guys want to get set up, like while we're on this call, go to the dadreviews.org/automation. I'm going to copy the link address if I can figure out how to put it into the chat. Somebody could, oh Lord, I don't know where the chat went. On, where my chat at? Now I'm just clicking around trying to find it.
Hey, Lane, I
Yeah.
had the same, as you may have noticed in the past, I have that same issue. It's actually there, but it's just Zoom makes it so hard to get to. So what I have learned to do is just stop screen sharing for a second,
Oh,
put the link in the chat, and then you can come back to your screen share. That just saves time for just looking at that crazy interface.
I got
I've got,
it.
yeah,
There we go.
I've got the link. Oh, okay.
Oh, thanks. Thanks. Yeah, data reviews automation. That's great. Thank you. So this is repurpose. I'm assuming y'all can still see my screen right here. And actually, just the other day, I set up all of these repurposes right here because I never did it for my elevator channel. And so I want all of those videos on YouTube to be able to go out to all these social sites. So you have to go and set up. So I'm literally going to walk you through this because I don't know if y'all know this, but I've got a lot of YouTube channels. If you go to switch accounts right here, I've got like 10 right here. So I figured that we could use one of those as a dummy account and I can literally walk you through repurpose.io. So if you want to get your homework done right now, again, the link is in the chat right there. And they have a free trial. If if you go to there at the top right, it says sign up for the free trial. You can simply click to sign up with Google to make it easy, make the login easy. That's what I do. And then once you get logged in, they have the workflows right here on the sides, but you're also going to need to make your connections happen. So you can connect with so many different things right here. And I have a lot because I've got the elevator and the dad review stuff on here. But you're going to want to come over here to the top right and click add new connection. And it's good. You're going to be presented with this box right here. What's really cool about repurpose.io is that there are so many sources that you can choose from. So I say YouTube because I started with YouTube. I know a lot of you guys are already putting your stuff on YouTube. And I think I've already explained to you guys why YouTube is pretty powerful with all of that auto dubbing feature that they have going on right there. But if you want to use, say, a TikTok account, if you want to use Instagram, if you want to use Facebook, you can use those as your source. And what I mean by source is where the video, the initial video that you made, it's going to take that video and it's going to put it everywhere else. So in my case, I want to do YouTube. But before we click this right here, I want to go to the chat and I want to see if anyone has any questions. I'm going to give it a second. I want to go turn off my AC because my feet are cold right now, which is crazy down here in Louisiana, but give me just a minute.
Yes, so there are a couple questions that came through. The one that I saw was, how does repurpose handle titles, thumbnails, keywords, tags, description, etc. for each of the different social platforms though?
I will get to that.
Okay, great. And
We're
then
gonna
it said, and each social platform has different resolution requirements. That was the other piece. And I know you'll touch on that part too.
Yep, I will. All right, so I'm just gonna go through I have
Oh,
six.
and it also asked, how do you choose between the two options?
What do you mean the two options?
Shop with Nick, can you come off mute and ask?
I don't know what you mean by that.
Yes,
Maybe you're getting
sorry,
ahead. That's okay.
I'm
Go ahead.
here. So when you sign up for the repurpose, it gives you two options to sign up, and I got stuck there, like, which of the two options do I want? The one that's a 90-day demo or the one that's like, I don't know, 14-day? I think one was like maybe just YouTube and one was like, I don't know, maybe the YouTube and other platforms, but it gave me two options and I got thoroughly confused and just walked away.
I think you want let me go. I'm gonna open an incognito window. I know y'all can't see this. Start a free trial. Let me use a dummy email address that I can do. Put in a name, or password. Agree. Oh, hang on, I need to make a smarter password. I have no clue what I'm typing in there. Just to let y'all know. Sign up. Ah, come on. Password should contain one uppercase. There you go. And a special character. Sorry. All right, sign up. Sign up. Oh, it's thinking. All right, you have your YouTube plan or a standard plan. So YouTube, yeah, this is new. So I'm not, let me familiarize myself real quick. The YouTube plan gives you unlimited posts, which is probably something that you're going to want. 90-day trial. Ooh, that's nice. TikTok and Instagram, and 2 YouTube shorts. Okay. And then the standard plan is 10 posts, all platforms, all destinations, 14-day trial. This includes backup options and custom workflows. Backup option custom workflows are not available. Okay. That's interesting. So I believe I was on before this happened. This is good feedback. I'm going to give them some feedback about this, though, is that people stopped at, because I know the guy, I met the guys at a conference. People stop at 2 options. So you don't need backups, honestly, because technically everything's backed up on YouTube or Amazon. Custom workflows, see, I don't know what all is in the custom workflow. So for what I'm going to show you today, I think the standard plan might be your best option. I don't understand the 10 posts though. That's what's getting me. Includes backup options and custom workflows. Let me click on this and see what it does.
And then while you're clicking on it as well, there were some responses in the chat because I think Roxy said the 90-day is what they use. It's only the connection to the YouTube.
I was just gonna say, he should see a drop in his signups when he added those 2 options, which would trigger maybe something is not clear. So,
Okay, I
I'm in
think I want the top one.
the YouTube.
Yeah, because your source doesn't have YouTube on there, I'm seeing. So y'all, I'm curious to know if someone signed up. Did y'all get that one? And do you see YouTube in the sources? So let's see, let me go back here. So in the workflow, whenever you go to create a new workflow, I'm gonna show y'all this because this is where it's taking y'all. The repurpose existing content, you should see YouTube on here to be able to get that as your source. If y'all could let me know in the chat if y'all are seeing that. And I know, who was it? David Peters? He set up repurpose. And I don't know if you remember which one you did, David, but that would be very interesting and helpful to know. Maybe you can share with us here. So once you get to connection, let's go back to connections. You want to add a new connection, and then YouTube is the one that you're going to want. you want to, I'm going to name this one. I'm going to put my channel that I plan on using here. And then we're going to click connect. And then we're going to just go through all of this to set it up. You're going to pick the channel that you have. And we're going to continue. And hang on. Do you want to continue without? No, you need to select all right here so that repurpose can manage your YouTube videos and manage your YouTube account, and click continue. So now that is successfully connected. But we need a second connection for the place that we're going to be sending the content to. So let's just do, how about Facebook? I'm just going to call this test so I remember to delete it because I don't plan on keeping that. So we're going to continue as your name, which is just your personal profile, because that's how Facebook sees all of your pages. So then from here, you're going to want to add a new connection to the top right here. On the top right, there's a big button, add new connection. It's going to bring up this box right here with all of the different, no, that's not what, I'm sorry. You want to click on workflows on the top left. It's above connections. Once you open up workflows, now on the top right, you're going to create a new workflow. And this is going to be the automation that's going to take from the YouTube channel and it's going to send it out to Facebook. And so once you have this set up, all you're going to do is connect all the other destinations right there and do the exact same thing that we're doing right here. So we're just going to, you can click to repurpose your existing content. So it's going to go through all of your back catalog. You can only repurpose your future content. So it's content that you're going to upload once you have this set up and forward. And then you can, these are two other options. You can create clips from long form content, or you can back up your content. For the sake of this purpose, we just want to get that one piece of content up onto the other platforms. So we're going to start with our source being YouTube. I've got now a whole bunch of channels here. So we're going to do the one that we created right here. Right here, you can choose what type of videos you want to send to the other platforms. So you can do all, if you want to do all your shorts and all your videos that are on your channel. You can do just your shorts if you just want to do the shorts, or if you just want to have your shorts that are in, they're in vertical form, show up on the other platforms that allow for vertical form. This would be great for like Instagram stories, Facebook stories, Snapchat. If you wanted to do reels on Facebook that are, in vertical style, you can do that. And that way they just automatically, boom, from YouTube, sees it as a short, boom, let's move it over to that platform. But again, you have to set up a workflow for every single one of those. That's why I have so many on my home screen there. I like to just do all shorts and videos, just kind of push them all at once. May not be the best, but it's the easiest because you don't have to set up as many workflows. Then you can choose, like, do you want it coming from a specific playlist? So every time you drop a video on YouTube into a specific playlist, then repurpose will see only from that playlist and send it out through the automation. I like to just do my entire catalog of videos that I have right there. So I'm just going to do no playlist, the main channel. YouTube is set up on the source end. Now we're going to go to Facebook on the destination end. Just going to simply click that. We're going to click my name. Then underneath there, just like it did with YouTube, it's going to show you the type. What type of content do you want to create? You have with Facebook Reels, a video, or a story. And you can set up a workflow for every single one of those if you want to. Another reason why I have so many workflows. In this case, I just want to get a video up, so we're going to work with that right now. We'll put this on, how about we'll just do this one because I don't know what this is going to do. This is just another Facebook page I have for our travel stuff. So once you have this set up right here, you click Create Workflow. You have to give it a minute. It's running it through all of its calculations. Yay! We've set up the workflow. So what's going to happen here is whenever we upload a video to YouTube and it goes public, Repurpose is going to see that in 2 hours, within a window of about 2 hours, that video will be taken and put onto Facebook. I'm going to click my little X right here. If you now, this is our new one. Let me see. Let me you can title it if you want to, if you need to be more organized like I am, because I have the 2 channels here. I'm going to put remember to delete. And you can see that we have this on auto publish. It is on auto publish. If you want to turn it off right now, you just simply click that. It will turn it off. It lets you know that there are 17 pieces of content that can go out from here. You can click on view workflow right here, and it's going to view that workflow. Then there's the 3 dots right here. So if you want to edit it, you can rename it, which we just did over there. You can delete it, and then you can see the details of it to see exactly what this particular workflow is doing right here. So we're going to view the workflow. It's going to open up this. This is all of the content that I have right here on the YouTube channel. You can see how it just pulled it all in, every single piece of content. If you don't want to auto publish this, you can turn that off and click turn off auto publish. Why might you want to do this? Well, you might want to schedule it on your own. There's this schedule button right here that you can simply click. And you can set the day and time that you want it to go out. If you're working with a brand and they want it to go out on a certain day or whatever, you can do that. Also, I figured this out the hard way. If you want to change something on the automation, you need to turn off auto publish and then click your gear icon on the side right here for the changes to take effect for the auto publish. So if you're making a change, make sure to turn that off. I wanted to point that out. Before we go into the gear icon, which is where some more magic happens, you can order this by what's been published, newest to oldest, oldest to newest, shortest to longest, longest to shortest. There's so many different ways that you can just see all of your videos on the front. I'm going to just click one so y'all can see. And now it's going to go, now I did publish time. That's not going to change anything. We'll do oldest to newest. And then that'll bring up my first video back from 2006. Ha! So long ago. God, that's almost 20 years old. That's crazy. All right. You can see the duration. So if you just want to work your shorts, if you want to work all your videos, however you want to do it. All content right here, published, scheduled, unpublished, failed, and skipped. You might need, if Repurpose has an issue with, sometimes it has issues with 2 usually that I see. 1, downloading your video from YouTube. I don't know why it happens. I need to ask them about it. And sometimes it goes into a processing issue as well. Usually they can resolve it. You'll get an email saying, oh, there was a problem, but then it gets resolved because you'll see it go out. Or I think there's a box you can check for whenever it does go out successfully, it lets you know. But I wanted to point that out because they are there if you do need to go back and check it. And if it's failed, you can go through and usually click like a schedule button and kind of have it more manually done. So if there's like a brand deal for whatever reason didn't go out and maybe they contact you or you notice it, you can jump into here real quick and go and click those schedule buttons right there. So now clicking on the gear icon right here, I want to keep this simple for you guys. And this is what I did with my elevator channel and all of the automations that I set up here. I just want the original video with no resizing. It's just going to take that horizontal video and it's going to pop it up onto the social network. They do have templates here to where if you want to turn your horizontal video into a vertical video or a square video, they can do that. I think though, because I've been having an issue recently, whenever I get processing errors, it's usually on the workflows that I have where I'm having them transform it, having to process the video to be a vertical or a square or something like that. So for your first workflow, I would say just to test it out with no resizing, just get that original video with no resizing. And then honestly, for your second workflow, I would set up the same thing with YouTube to Facebook, but change it to reel or change it to story and try one of these vertical ones and see how that works out for you. Because there's a couple cool things that you can do in this gear icon settings page, we'll call it. So if you want to burn the subtitles into the video, you can enable that. Again, this is part of that processing thing as well. So if you are getting errors with processing, this could be one of the issues. But what it's going to do is it's going to take the subtitles that are on YouTube and it's going to burn them into the video. Some of you guys may not know what burned into the video. It's where the subtitles are in the video. Like if you were to edit the video and have to add subtitles to it, this does that for you. It's not like the auto-generated ones that show up on like TikTok or something like that. So if you were to download the video, you would still see the captions there because they are burned into the video. Hopefully that makes sense. This is a cool feature. I've never tested it out before, where you can add like a 5-second intro or a 5-second outro to your video. Like I said, I haven't tested it. Again, might lead to processing errors and all that type of stuff. But if you wanted to add like a splash dad reviews and then, you know, it stays up for 2 seconds, you can import that file right here. And then on the outro, you can say follow for more or whatever. And then you can upload that as the outro. It'll piece all that together for you into one video, which I think is pretty cool. Again, I just never took the time to kind of explore it. Here are, so this is for the person, I don't know who asked about like hashtags, titles, how repurpose uses, I'm gonna call it metadata, because that's what all that is. All the words in and around your video. That's where this comes in. So if on YouTube, you are using hashtags whenever you're manually uploading, and you wanna put like no as a hashtag, and then you can say, skip videos that have this hashtag no. And that tells this automation, do not pick that video. Skip this video because it has the no hashtag. I don't use this. I don't have a reason to use it, but I wanted to let you guys know that that is an option if you want to set that up. If you have a video that you don't want to go out onto your workflows. Maybe a brand that you're working with doesn't want it published for whatever reason to a certain workflow. You know, that might be something there. Just pointing out that that option is there. Like I've never used that one. Only publish videos containing these hashtags. So if there's a particular hashtag that you want to trigger the automation, you can add those into the YouTube video. It could be that you set up a package deal for your brands where you call it hashtag affiliate. Now you're in compliance with the FTC because you have that in your tags, right? Because it's a hashtag. And then all the brand deals will go out through your automations because you've set up a deal with them where, hey, I'll send my video to YouTube and all these social sites if you do, you know, $100 deal. But if it's not, you know, if you only want to do, let's say, just YouTube and not the other social sites, you can change this to like hashtag ad. And that tells this, oh, okay, you know, or that could be your compliance on YouTube. It's not going to see affiliate there, and so it won't go out to all those other places, right? I don't do that type of stuff. I'm just talking off the top of my head of the ways that you guys can use this. If you want to exclude unlisted videos, maybe you have some videos that are in the private, you know, that are you've unlisted, you keep private, you know, it's like a training video or something like that, you can exclude those. If you don't want YouTube Shorts to go out, you can exclude your shorts. I don't know why you'd want to do that. I mean, I guess maybe you're saving that for a different channel or something. I don't know. You can do that. You can only do YouTube Shorts. So if you're going from, let's see, I'm trying to think, YouTube to a YouTube Shorts to a TikTok, and you only want verticals in that TikTok feed, you could do that. So there's all these little pieces right here that you can add add to it. So this one right here, where I can't, this one there.
Hey, Lane, you're not screen sharing, honey.
I'm not. I got the blue.
I see it.
Is it just
You
me?
see-
Okay, it's just me. Sorry.
Okay, thank you. This one right here, use the YouTube title instead of the description when posting. That could be interesting because maybe you have some keywords in your YouTube title that you want. For our purposes, I would not do that because what's going to happen whenever you send out your content to, in our case right here, Facebook, it's going to use the description from YouTube in the Facebook post. Why do you want that? Because your affiliate link is going to be in there. Because your Genius link is going to be in there. So now we're hitting all those international storefronts if someone from a different country is watching on Facebook. And you'll be able to tap into that. So I would not use the YouTube title, but one way that you might want to have the good SEO from a YouTube title in your Facebook post is in your YouTube description, add that title somewhere down below, probably below the affiliate link. Or make it be like title colon affiliate link, Genius link, close parentheses affiliate, right? That type of thing. If you want, you can add custom text to the destination, either before the description or after the description. So if you want to put, this would probably all be in your YouTube description already. But if for some reason you want to put like you don't have your Amazon storefront and you want to put that in there, you could do something like that. I don't use that. I leave it off. You can upload a thumbnail to Facebook if you want to. Just turn it on. It'll take the one from YouTube, plop it onto Facebook. If you want to upload the subtitle file to Facebook, you can do that too. It'll take from YouTube, it'll plop it on over onto Facebook automatically for you. If you automatically want to publish a custom comment for each video, you can do that. You might want to enable this, and your comment could be, check out more of the products that I have on my Amazon storefront. http://amazon.com/shop/dadreviews. And now that will be in the first comment of all of your videos, if you want to do that. If you want to have an email notification whenever your video gets published to Facebook, you can turn that on to get that successful publish. This one right here is really cool. Auto trim videos to fit your destination. So, in this case, for this Facebook workflow, since we're just doing YouTube video to Facebook video, we do not need this because Facebook does not have a cap on how long the video can be. But if you were setting up, let me think of a good example. Maybe a Snapchat, Pinterest. Pinterest is an okay example because Pinterest videos allow up to 15 minutes of a video. So if you're doing a video longer than 15 minutes on YouTube, you might want to click this button right here, and repurpose will cut off your video at 15 minutes and still post it to Pinterest. My thought process on this is that even though it's not the full video, something is better than nothing. I would rather have some kind of reach out there than reach no one at all. Another example of this, I believe Threads maybe, or Blue Sky, maybe both of them. I think they cap at like 5 minutes. And so if you're doing videos longer than 5 minutes, you're going to want to turn this on. And even though they may not get to the dad out, they'll still see the majority, hopefully, of the video because, it's going to auto trim right at the 5-minute mark. They do have this other use AI to auto-generate post captions and hashtags for the auto-published content. I played around with this real quick the other day. I didn't like what the output was, so I don't use it. It looks very ChatGPT. All the emojis, let's dive and delve into everything. So I don't turn that on. So then once you have, whatever settings you want to have set up here, you hit the save button. But yeah, let's go ahead and hit the save button on that one. Are y'all having fun doing homework together? Hopefully y'all are actually doing this. I'm trying to kind of talk and explain a lot of things to you guys so that while I'm doing this, so that you guys can kind of stick along with me and kind of play catch up, so that I'm not leaving y'all behind. So now, this is not auto publishing yet. What you want to do now, since we click save, is we want to click the auto publish button. This is what's going to turn on the automation, but we're not done yet. So it takes a second to refresh and all this. It's not the fastest system, but it's very efficient. But you can see, hey, look, we're auto scheduled now for all these posts right here. Isn't that so cool? Like they're all going to go out. But wait, when are they going to go out? Click your gear icon right here again. So we went through the top part right here. We got all the way to this, right? This is where our last one was, use the AI generated stuff. But you turn on auto publish mode and you have more options on the bottom right here. So you're going to want to choose repurpose content as soon as possible, or do you want to go back and get some of that existing content as well? Do you want to do your future and your backlog? Since most of you guys are already have content up on YouTube, you probably want to get some of those existing videos up and out to these other social platforms. Content filter, you're going to want to probably do future and existing right here. If you just wanted to go through your backlog, just do existing content only. But I'm pretty sure you want to do all of it. If you want to set a filter date, let's say you have a YouTube channel with some old content on there and you don't want those to go through, you can go back to your YouTube channel, figure out that specific date of when that, the old content ends, and you can click that to be able to choose your date right here to be able to go from that date on forward. I'm going to do none because it's fine. And what sequence do you want to publish your content? Do you want to go newest to oldest? Do you want to go oldest to newest? You get to choose. I don't know what you want to do. You have to, make that decision yourself. Then this is where you can put in the day and the times for when you want content to go out. As it can go up to 5 time slots per day. That means every week you could have 35 pieces of content go out. This is where it gets powerful. I love this. So it's a 2-hour time slot because they have to have time to be able to process your videos and, do everything on their back end. But right now we've checked every single day. We have it going out at 9 a.m. You can just click these to change it. If you want to add another time slot, it's just going to drop down another one. Look, 12 p.m. Perfect. Just click it every day. Right here, all the way down. We now have what's 7 times 2? 4, no, that's not right. Yeah, 7 times 2, 14. 14 every week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 14. Hang on, let's make that 21. We're just going to add another time slot. Now we're doing 21. You see how easy this is? I love how easy it is. So now we have 3 pieces of content going out every single day. You want to do more? Just add another time slot. It's so easy. Boom. We could add another one if we wanted to. You don't need to do all that. But once you have all that set up, just simply hit save. And all that content, all that beautiful content with all those genius. So going back to GeniusLinks, I would highly recommend that you go use that GeniusLinks optimizer tool if you have Amazon. Now, if you're using PostTap or if you're using any of the other services that are not Genius, what's the Genius URL Genius or whatever that one was, it's really expensive. GeniusLinks will not be able to transfer those for you automatically. It's only Amazon links. So if you want to have the local, it's called localization, to where whenever someone clicks and they're in a different countries, they're sent to the correct Amazon store. Localization. Um, I would, if you have AMZ, I think it's amz.to or whatever the short link is, Genius Links can use their tool to be able to optimize all those. Then once they're optimized, set up your turn on. You go ahead and set up your workflows now, but you can leave them off. You can not turn on the auto publish feature until you're ready. And then whenever you're ready, flip those switches on and you're good to go. If you don't mind just having the Amazon links, as is right now, and that going out to your social, that's totally fine too. Or if you have post taps going out, I believe they do a little bit of localization. I'm not 100% sure, but still, that gets that link out there. It's like fishing in another pond, right? Like right now, we're casting a rod and reel out into YouTube. Let's cast a rod into Facebook. Let's cast a rod into Instagram. Let's Snapchat, Threads, YouTube, Blue Sky, all the different places. And let's set it up to where we're casting one out every 3 hours, right? Because that's what we just set up right here. So now we're just going to hit save. And my friends, you have set up your first automation. It seems we did that in 30 minutes. And I talked a lot to be able to get that to go through, right? But it's super simple to do once you have the know-how. I didn't know about this since like 2021 or so. And someone told me about it. I drug my feet on it for probably 6 months to a year. And then after that, I finally put it into place. I was like, oh man, I was missing out on so much. So I want to turn that off because I don't want those videos to go out. But I mean, it's so powerful of what you can do with these automations. I'm trying to, how do you, I always forget how to use Zoom. How do you stop sharing? Maybe, Eileen, can you walk me through that? I know you share your screen a lot. Oh, I see it. Never mind. I think stop share. Ha! So, all that being said, it's like a workshop. You're welcome. All that being said, 1, questions, throw them into the comments. But 2, like I said at the top of this, I went through the previous automation chats that y'all had, and I took notes. And if I know it's 12:04, if you guys want to get my thoughts on some of these things of what was talked about, I'm assuming that we have time. Do we?
We got a little bit of time. We sure do.
All right. Okay, cool. So we kind of already talked about platforms hindering reach. I think I've made my case for why I do it. I still see activity on those, even though it might be less. But then I can also pitch brands to say that I'm getting my content out onto more. And I think that the monetary gain that I get from that is potentially better than the affiliate commissions that I might get. Especially if you're a smaller creator where you don't have that audience yet. Like, let's build that up. Let's see. Oh, another thing you can do whenever you set up these automations and you're working with brands, you can set up whitelisting. Who's heard of whitelisting? Put 1 if you've heard of it, 0 if you haven't heard of it in the chat. I want to know if you guys know about whitelisting. Sandy, yes. Altovise, yes. Michelle, no. Angela, Chelsea, no. Good. I'm glad some of y'all have never heard of whitelisting. So, not related to repurpose. Right. So the way that I think about this is I'm getting my content out there. It's up on all these platforms. These brands see it. They're interested. They want to run an ad using your content. You have a toggle on your back end that you can flip to allow them to use your video as an ad. You get all the reach from that. You get all their audience that they're running this ad to. So it's a win for both parties because you created something for them that they can use. Then you can sell you turning on that toggle. Hey, for an additional $10, I'll turn on whitelisting for you. or however much you want to charge them. I mean, there's people out there who have, you know, large followings that charge $1,000 to be able to turn on whitelisting. You can do this on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and maybe some of the other platforms. I don't know. So the fact of you putting that content out there gives you that level up. Or if you're building packages for your customers, you start off with the mega package, whatever you want to call it, the Dad Reviews Super Deluxe, where you're sharing it everywhere. You're turning on whitelisting. You're giving them usage rights, everything. Oh, wait, you don't want to pay $5,000 for that? Let's turn off this one and this one and this one and this one, and we can come down to 2,000. Oh, that's still too much? Okay, let's see. What kind of deal can we work out here? Let's not post here, here, and here. Okay, $500? How do you feel about that? No, you don't want that? You just want the Amazon video and a YouTube video? Okay, fine. I'll do that for $200. Guess what? I'm still happy with that because I know the market. All the other creators out there are doing that for 50 bucks, right? And then you can go back to them. Oh, look how well this video did on Amazon. Look how many sales we got from it. You sure you don't want me to go and bring this to the rest of my audience? All you got to do is click those little buttons on repurpose to be able to get them to go out. Hey, you want to turn this into an ad now because we're seeing some success and some sales? Let me turn on whitelisting for you guys. Right? You didn't get the package deal, which I offered you at $5,000. You might be paying a little more now because you weren't sure yet, but maybe we can work another deal in the future. Guess what? I'll do it for you for $4,000. Smart, right? Like, think about how you can talk to these brands. Whenever you go into, I used to work in jewelry, right? I've said that before. I met my wife there. Whenever the person comes in and they are looking for that wedding ring for their significant other, here's a sapphire that's, you know, $500. Do you want to buy that? No, look, we got the best one for you right here. This right here is the VVS2 color grade D 1 carat beautiful diamond set in a platinum setting. That's what they want, right? Oh, okay. You don't have that. That's a little bit too expensive for. Okay, hold on. If you really want this one, we do have a 30-day money-back guarantee, and we have a 30-day payment plan that we can put it on. Let's break this up. Guess what? You can do payment plans with these brands. Hey, you want to pay $100 this day and $500 this month, whatever? Break it up for them. Why not? They might be on a budget constraint, right? They only have $200 for this month, but next month, because it's December, whatever, they've got $1,000. Oh, really? You have $1,000? Well, shoot, do you have 3 products for me? I'll gladly take all of your budget because I can create all of this content for you. You don't need all the other people out there, right? So, you know, will you be minimizing your reach because it's not hitting all of the algorithms? Depends on how you play the game. If you're working with a brand who's going to run ads on it, they're going to get you some reach. They're going to pay for you to get reach. You just got to turn on whitelisting.
And you know, this is perfect. This is the perfect time for you guys to do and set up your automation because we're months out from one of the biggest shopping seasons of the year. When I tell you that they are starting earlier and earlier, if you go into stores, there is already Thanksgiving and Halloween decorations being sold and products that is geared towards that already being put up. So this is actually the perfect time for you to go and set up the automation to set up, if this is, this is the perfect time. I know for me, I did a whole refresh. That's going to be a separate fireside chat. I did a whole refresh on several things because this is the time to do the work. So that way, when it comes down to that now, in September, when other people are like, oh, well, I might be able to do this, I might be able to do that, you'll be able to show proof and say, this is what I've been able to do for this amount of time. Not just
Back in,
that,
go ahead.
you'll be able to have real numbers. Know, I'm always telling y'all, know your numbers. You'll be able to say, okay, automation has been working for me in this way. Because we always talk about, the fireside chat is going to give you the good, the bad, the ugly. It's going to give you what works, what doesn't work. Lane shared with you what he uses, what he doesn't use, what he may think may be a waste of time for him. That may be something that works for you. But you get the whole conversation, not just somebody who's trying to sell the dream, right? Which is very, very valuable. Very, very, very valuable. Because
I'd like to
there's
point
been
out,
many people talking about it.
I think it was in March or April. We were on one of these calls here, and I held up a paper. It said, now is the time to build because it's the slowest time of the year. You need to be getting ready for Christmas by setting up your business so that whenever Christmas comes around, you got stuff out there, right? I remember saying that. I remember writing it down and showing it to you guys. I'm curious to know how many of you guys took that action to be able to build just that next part of your business right now. The thing that I'm working on right now, just to give you guys kind of a high level of like where I'm at, is I know I showed y'all, I translate my video titles and descriptions into 59 different languages. I know that YouTube supports 184 languages, and I'm trying to set up my automation so that I can get it translated into all of those languages. And then I want to take the video, have it run through HeyGen. HeyGen's going to spit out a video for me in all of the different languages that I can upload as a podcast to a whole bunch of different places. So the last automation call, Altovise, actually, you said automation gives you time. No, you said, are y'all going back and engaging with your audience through responses, comments, video replies, all that type of stuff? And my thoughts on this is automation gives you the time to be able to do that because you're not sitting there copying and pasting back and forth through all those different social networks. That's annoying and boring. Engagement is more fun, right? And Altovise said, I believe it's Altovise said, do 30 to 90 day testing. 1 week is not going to cut it. You need to know if this stuff is, because whenever you put out a piece of content, it might just be that that piece of content sucked. And you need to test it out with a whole bunch of other pieces of content. Just to give you guys an idea, going back to my elevator channel, I was a daily vlogger for 6.5 years. I was burnt out and I stopped creating content. I had one video go viral. It was writing the hotel elevators is what it was called. And it completely changed the direction of that channel and it made it into a profitable channel for me. And now I have content that's scheduled out till 2017. And I have a business around that whole concept now that I'm trying to flush out. I'm just also working this business as well. So it took literally 2 years of testing for me because it took from the time that I uploaded that video 2 years later before YouTube to actually find an audience for that channel. And once it found it, it popped it. So you got to be in it for the long game. Great. Amazon is great for like getting some quick money on the short game. It does take a lot of work to be able to get everything out there. And I say quick money, it's not really that quick. It still takes time to build it because you have to have the library that's there. But in the social media space, it's probably the best one right now. And also with the whole time thing is that having more platforms allows you to have time. Having the automations allows you to have time to negotiate with brands so that you're not sitting there copying and pasting. You can actually go through those important emails. Let's see. Oh, last thing. Andrew mentioned this. and it was the idea behind ChatGPT prompts. He says that whenever he is using ChatGPT, he's just talking to it like a regular human, and you don't need these elaborate prompts to be able to get some data out that you might need. And I've got kind of a two-pronged approach there. Because yes, if you are on chatgpt.com or whatever the website is, and you're engaging it, trying to get information from it, talking like a normal human is totally fine. Whenever you're setting up automations that use ChatGPT, you need to have that output to be in the same format every single time. You need to have that same consistency. And that's where those longer prompts come in. You need to be able to tell ChatGPT, hey, create an advanced JSON profile of these data points that I need to be able to get this to move forward in the correct way. And that's where those longer, more detailed, more advanced prompts come into play. But it is if you're just putting data in and wanting something without it going through an automation, yes, talking to it like a human is fantastic for that.
I love it. Oh my goodness, y'all, this has been an amazing fireside chat. So y'all know I love doing these. And again, I told you we're going to start doing homework. So your homework from this fireside chat is for you to set up let's do three automations, right? 3 workloads. Let's go ahead and set that up. And once you do, it's the same as before. Once you do, go ahead, post in the group. If you have some other questions, ask them in the group. And I also saw that somebody asked about the replays. Thank you so much for asking about that, because the replays are importante, right? So the replays, there's 3 ways for you to check out the replay. You get an email. Thanks to the team. We always appreciate the team that's behind the scenes doing amazing things. But they send out an email saying with the actual link to the replay. The second way is if you go into the group and you go to the featured section. If you go to the featured section, you can scroll down and you'll see the fireside chats or all the Friday videos right there. The third way is if you you're going to get go into the group and do a search and put fireside chat, and all the fireside chat information will come up, including the replay videos. That is the easiest way for you to be able to go and get the replay. So again, you'll get an email with the replay links. You can go in the group and hit featured and they'll pop up, or you go in the group and do a search fireside chat and they'll pop up that way as well. So I wanted to make sure that you guys knew that. Also knew your homework. You got your homework. You got to do 3, set up 3 workflows.
And you got a whole month to do this too. You got a whole month. So do 1 a week, break it up. That way at the end of August, we can come back and I can hopefully answer some of your questions for you, or we can troubleshoot a few things, or we can go to the next level if you want.
That part. And then also a little side note, you guys, if you have set up a UAE storefront, their Prime Day is going on right now, you guys, until the end of the month. So if you set up a UAE storefront already, then their Prime Day is going on right now, and it's until the end of the month. So definitely something for you to check out.
Make sure your UAE tracking link is put into the back end of your Genius links, so that all the people watching on your YouTube videos from the UAE will go to the correct Amazon store.
Exactly. That part. And Andrew, you know what? I actually want you to, I'm going to set up a fireside chat with you, because you did make a very good point. And yeah, we'll talk offline, but because I want to get you to come in and talk about that as well. So you got how to get the replay. Thank you so much. We appreciate each and every one of you guys that come in, ask questions, engage in the chat. Then don't forget, if you have any other questions that you weren't able to ask today, go ahead in the group and ask those questions. There have been people, I've been seeing the posts go and go and go and go, because somebody may come in and see it and answer the question, Or again, if you tag that particular person, then you'll be able to go ahead and get them to answer the question for you as well. We do have the 2 o'clock call, the Logie call with Eileen. Super excited about that. She's going to be talking to us about a new piece of fun thing for us to test out over on Logie. So we're looking forward to that as well. You guys make it a great day. Thank you again, Emmy. We always love you being our MVP behind the scenes. Y'all have a great one and see you at 2.
Bye, y'all. Thanks for coming. Hopefully this was helpful.